Hello everybody, we're back at Leslie Bonsai Gardens. I'm Mr. Leslie, and today I want to work on one of my favorites. One of my favorites is this right here. I have 3 of my Catalpas that I have a root fusion going on. I haven't messed with it for quite a few years now. I have a playlist. I'll put it in the playlist so you can go back and look at how it started out. As you can see, it's rooted and fused at the top pretty well. And I pulled it up. Well, I'll do it for you right here. We will pull it up by 2 of the trees. And as you can see, it's fused and did all this thing down at the bottom. So it's about time for us to rake out the roots, and I want to put it in one of these pots. I decided, it doesn't need all those roots down at the bottom, so we're going to do some major root pruning. We are going to leave a lot of those surface roots because I think they look awesome. Because I want to show people how trees communicate with one another. How it's like a network. I love those roots. But we are going to rake them out. We are going to get those radial roots going. I want to keep the sedum that's grown in there. We got 2 types of sedum growing there. I put 2 different varieties. We have some really small green stuff and some bigger stuff. So we will get down and dirty. But we are going to be careful because I want to keep this top root structure growing. And here, let's get this camera down to where you can really get to see what's going on with this tree. We'll just knock that down there. So we don't really need that old thing anymore. Let's see, do I need to raise this up or do I need to go down? That's what I needed to do. I didn't need to raise it up. Sorry guys. I'll figure this out so that you can really see what we're doing here. Bear with the wiggles. Okay, so I'm going to give you a really good eye view of what is going on with these roots here. See, I want to keep this top layer because it's got all this pretty stuff going. So, but we're struggling to find the right view for you. Never claimed to be the best photographer, but I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. Okay, so let's get the root rake out. I do want to start raking out. Let's keep what soil we can, okay? Because this is all usable soil. But rake it out. Okay. I know there are 3 trees here, but you want to think of it as one tree, okay? It's one tree because we are fusing them together to be one tree as one planting. That's the, with the research I've done, I wondered when you did forest plantings if you're supposed to do root work on each individual tree and put them back. but it's no, you think of them as one tree. So let's spin this around, and as we go around, we're going to keep the middle intact, but we will work around like you would as if this was just one tree. Keep this, see how this big root here, we want to keep that intact because I want to show this is going to be part of the feature of the bonsai, to show how these trees communicate. I want to show kind of like the mother system of the tree, you know? I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I'm going for with this planting. I don't want to do that with all my plantings, but this planting seems to be perfect. Now we can kind of pull up these, we can hold on to the trees a little bit, but I do notice as we pull the roots out, they're kind of getting a little flimsy a bit. Wow, we got quite the root system growing here. This was planted, I'll have to go back, see, okay, as we do this, we got to be a little careful, I noticed. Let's try to put it on its side here. Can you see, oh, look at all these roots. Just pull it out straight down, because we only want the lateral roots. The ones that go straight down, we will cut these as soon as we work out the soil. I haven't repotted this in a while, so this was exciting to see. People told me to leave it for a while, and I wasn't exactly sure how long a while was. I wanted the roots to fuse together, and apparently my soil mix is great for it. The soil mix I use, if you want to know, hit me up in the comment section and I'll let you know. Okay, I'm going to work around, just kind of go in the circular motion, keep a hold of the tree. I can already tell there's a lot of roots that we will just cut away because we definitely don't need all these. I'm very pleased with how well these trees have grown. And I think they will do very well in this new pot that I want to put them in. Catalpas are my favorite. Not many people do catalpa with bonsai. Actually, I'm one of the only people on the internet that actually does. So, kind of cool and kind of nerve-wracking in a way too, because everyone else doesn't seem to think that these trees are good for it. But I guess I'll have to show everybody. Okay, now let's clear the dirt down into the pot below. This definitely has lightened up a lot. Let's see, I'll show you what I've done. See, we are gonna want to cut away a lot of these hanging roots, because they're definitely nothing that we're gonna need. So make sure you have a pair of scissors that are okay to use on roots in case you're gonna hit some rocks when you're cutting. Make sure you just cut the extra long ones that you know you don't need. And just make sure you know how to sharpen your scissors, because I don't care. I use a speedy sharp. I'm pretty familiar with how to keep my scissors sharp. Alright. See, I cut away a lot of those ones hanging down below. See, just see those, just kind of cut them, and we want to make a flat bottom on here. It's kind of the goal we're going for. Kind of make a, think of an island of roots, a root mass. But not, you want to get rid of any sort of taproot or anything that's not necessary. We want to get a flat bottom growing so it can fit in a pot. And we want all these feeding roots to be equal. Just kind of, yeah, it's like a little rug of roots, you know? Oh, it looks so nice. We don't want any others, or we don't want one growing any more vigorous than the other. Then that's how you get like really fat roots that don't really mesh with the rest of them. So if you look at it now, see how it's all nice and flat at the bottom? And we have like a rug. Like so, see now how the trees are there and it's nice and flat. So if we set it down, they still sit just like that. Pretty nice, right? Okay, so now we can look at this pot, kind of see how these trees might fit in there. Whoa, sorry guys, just slid down a bit. But see, here. Now those trees fit in that pot pretty well, but there's like a little bit hanging out. We can take this time to kind of trim like some of these roots that are kind of gone a little too crazy, and we can fit some in here. But we also want to think, hey, we need room for those roots to grow, right? You know, we just cut off a bunch, but also that pot that we had it in was a little bit bigger. So let's take this out. Okay. I bring it over here, right? Here, let's bring the camera and maybe push it down a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm looking at. Okay, so we're looking at these roots. So how about we kind of just trim around the outsides of these roots here. This will not hurt it. If anything, that will make it want to grow some more. We'll trim these roots on the outside. We can bang it a little bit on the bottom, get some of that dirt out. Oh yeah, there's lots of room in here. But see, we don't want it that low either. I was just seeing how that would look. Okay. So, these trees grow medium, like at a medium pace, I would say. So, I mean, they're fast, medium. So let's take this. I got some dirt. Here. Where's my little? Had a little scooper. Let me go get a scoop. You guys just hang out with me for a second. Let me get a scoop. Alright, so what I'm thinking, can they put a little bit of soil at the bottom of the pot? Now these are those pots off of Amazon. that I really like. Inexpensive, made of plastic. They're new to me. Alright. Kind of get these in. Kind of put the trees in. Put the roots in. Kind of like the way I want them. I want that tree to be up a little bit more. So I want those roots in. Those roots in, and those have to be in a bit. So that pot definitely will work. I was worried about the size. So, but I'm definitely gonna put it like this. And we're gonna definitely add more soil. Yeah, we'll add soil and we'll just keep adding it. Alright. Now let the sedum in there, and it got moved around a bit, but it will grow. And I'm just gonna put it over the top and we'll move it around a bit. Okay. I'll show you a little bit more what I'm doing as soon as I get some in there. Well, raise it up. Kind of get you over here more. Dun, dun, dun. Da, da, da. Da, da. Like dropping it in like this because it falls into the little gaps where I need it. It may look messy right now, but trust me, with all these different size rocks and all these little gaps that are here, it works. Trust me, it works. I've been doing it a bit. And then I'll wash this all off and it will look great. And after I water a few times, it all comes out. It all comes out in the wash, as they say. This is just a spring repotting that springs in like 13 days. If you want to get all technical when I film this. And I think that my trees will be quite happy after I put them in these nice pots. And even though they're plastic, I wanted to put them all in clay pots, but can't always afford that, especially when I'm having to move and find a new place to live and things of that nature. But I was able to keep most of my like all my trees, and still able to get some of my repotting stuff and get a place to go. And so it's working out, brothers and sisters, new and old friends on here. You know, I'm just glad for the viewers that I have, because I just want to share what I've been doing. Alright. Alright. We got some prettiness coming along here. Okay. Here in a minute, I'm about to water this thing. And I'd say it's almost good. Now, I would say that I'm probably going to repot this thing again either next year or the year after that. We'll just see how vigorously it grows. And we'll just go from that. But alright. There she blows. Alright. Let's give it a water. Let me go get the... It also comes with a drip tray. Or not a... it's like a drip tray, but it's more like a... like, what would you call it? A... humidity tray, I think you would call it. So I'll get that, and we'll give this a water, and we'll go from there. Let's see. These are northern Catalpas. Alright, we will give this guy water. Make sure you water until all the white particles come out of the new soil that you use. Yeah. Looks really nice in that pot. It should only start looking even better the more it gets to grow in that pot, and yeah. Like I said, I'm very pleased with these pots that I bought off of Amazon. They seem to be very nice, inexpensive. Check them out. This has been Leslie Bonsai Garden. Thank you for showing up and enjoying the show. Hit the like and subscribe button. Have a good day.